So in the last 3 years, I went from being in the trenches, starting online business, still being stuck in school on financial aid, to now becoming almost a millionaire, making more money than I've ever imagined. I'm about to buy my dream car. I've basically achieved my dream life that I've always kind of kept in my mind, that I was always striving towards. And I realized a lot of people that followed me along the journey and not from the beginning. I don't know where I come from. They don't know anything about me. So this video is not meant to get a lot of views. But if one person watches this and you genuinely can relate and it genuinely gives you hope that you can do the same, this will help me sleep better at night. So this is going to be my entire story from the beginning of me even getting into entrepreneurship, me even starting with any business model, to where I am today and how I got here in the first place. So going really far back, I'm sure you guys can already sense the accent. I'm half Russian, half Armenian. I originally come from Russia. So my dad died when I was 9 in a car accident, and me and my mom, the only family we really had was here in the US. So we moved, and ever since I could remember, my mom worked 2 jobs. Like, she was always coming home tired, always complaining, always struggling, but she would never say no to me. I don't want to say spoiled, but I would never receive no as an answer. If I ever wanted or needed something, I would always have it, even though we were not doing that well financially. So my only goal in life was to retire my mom. We're not even retire her, but put enough money on the table and say, here, mom, you can keep this. You don't have to go to work tomorrow if you don't want to. That was my only goal. And now, having achieved that, looking back, it's actually insane that all I wanted to do was just make an extra 3K a month. And I feel like a lot of guys are in that boat. And obviously, at this point, it's pennies, but to some people, it's a lot of money. And to me, back then, it was especially. But ever since I moved to the US, I started going to school, started learning the language. And somewhere around high school time, when I turned 14, 15, I started getting into a little bit of like oh, I can make some money online. I was doing CSGO. I was gambling, I was making some money like that. Obviously, not a real fucking source of income, but during the lockdown, when I was playing a shit ton of video games, because I was a chronic gamer, I would play like 16 hours a day, well, whether it was CSGO, Fortnite, doesn't matter. I have over 7,000 hours on CSGO, but anyways, I started getting a little into online business. I would try to build a drop shipping store here. I would look at some graphs, maybe trying to get into trading. Like, I had no fucking clue what I was doing, but I saw a lot of kids online with money. It wasn't as crazy as it is today. Well, most of these guys were still kind of older, but there were some kids who were just not that much older than me, and they were making a fuck ton of money. I'm like, I want to do that too, but I didn't have that level of ambition. I was too busy just trying to hang out with my friends, play video games. A little bit after the lockdown, I got into weed and like into other drugs, etc. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but I became a bit of a degenerate for a bit. So although I found out about business pretty early on, I didn't do shit about it. I put in maybe over 2, 3 years. I maybe put in like 20, 30 hours of work. So you get the point. I do that in 2 days. I do it in 2 days now. But then around 17 years old, I got out of a 3 year relationship in high school because I realized that I was getting really fucking comfortable, and I'm about to be out of high school, and I didn't want to go to college, but I also didn't know what I wanted to do for my life. I genuinely was stressing. I didn't know how I was going to achieve the life that I wanted, doing absolutely nothing, because I'm sure you've seen those kids that say, I'll get rich. I don't know how, but I figure it out. I'll get rich. No, no, you fucking won't. You need to figure it out right now how you're going to get there. Like, people that just say that and don't do nothing about it, those are the people that say they're gonna get rich their whole life and they never actually do it. So I realized I need to actually do something about it. So I ended the relationship. I stopped giving a shit about school. I was a great student. I was getting great grades. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I sucked at school, I got all F's. No, I was a fucking good student. I'm pretty fucking smart. I'm not gonna take that away from myself, but I stopped caring about school. As long as I was passing, I was happy. I got into drop shipping. I would literally be building Shopify stores in the back of the class, watching Iman Gadget videos. I was trying to test different products. I was ordering them. I was having my friends help me record ads for them. I tested over 50 products, I think. And I was also side by side working at a mall. So I was working at a store, just folding clothes so I can afford the ads that I'm spending on Shopify. I was basically making money and instantly spending it. So at that point, I would wake up at 5, go to the gym, go to school, build Shopify stores. After school, I'd go to work. Then I would come home, build more Shopify stores, maybe do like 30 minutes of homework that I probably copied from somebody, go to sleep. That was my life. until the end of senior year. That's literally all I fucking did. After failing for a whole year and realizing it's not gonna get me anywhere, like I'm not going nowhere with dropshipping, I've not made a penny. I think I've made one sale. Like I was not doing good at all. I'm like, okay, I need to try something else. It's not working. I'm quitting. So I quit. And I thought real estate was the next big thing. I met this mentor at the gym. He was just a couple years older than me, but his wisdom was fucking insane to me. I have now reached, I think, a little bit even more farther level of wisdom than he was at then. But like to my 18-year-old self, the way he spoke to me was fucking insane. He taught me about the law of attraction, even though I didn't understand much about it. He got me into some books, taught me about Bob Proctor. If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, he's an absolute legend. Go search him up. He also teaches you about the law of attraction. But that's when I started getting into this whole mindset stuff, and I became more locked in than I've ever been. I got my real estate license. I thought I was going to do wholesaling, and my goal was to make $5,000 by the end of summer. And at this point, it was, I believe, spring. I literally told my grandma, I remember having this conversation with her vividly. I said, I'm going to make $5,000 this summer. And she looked at me like, wow, that's such an accomplishment. I did not do shit. I did nothing with that real estate license. So another promise that just went down the drain. I'm like, okay, I need to lock myself into a business. I can't be jumping from business to business, because in this time frame that I just covered, I also tried different forms of affiliate marketing. Like I tried posting stuff on Pinterest. I grew a TikTok account to 30,000 followers in the back. It's like not off of my content, off of just like self-improvement stuff that I posted from other people. But like I was trying things constantly all day. That's all I was doing. My only goal was to wake up at 5 a.m., take a cold shower, go to the gym, self-improve, and try to make some fucking money. That's all I cared about. And then I'm like, okay, I need to lock myself into a fucking business. So I started a detailing company. Barely had any money to my name, but I took some of the FAFSA money. So if you don't know what FAFSA is, it's basically the financial aid the colleges give you. And I was getting money because my family's low income. So they were giving me like $7,000 a year, I think. So I took all that money and I put it into my detailing business. We got a little space. We got a little mat to detail on, obviously, because we're not going to do it on the concrete inside. Got a bunch of like supplies, and we're detailing just out of my car that I was driving at the time. And in the beginning, it was really slow, but then I started picking up a little bit on Facebook ads. I started learning a little bit about like how to run lead campaigns, etc. We started actually getting phone calls. And then I paid some fucking Indian on Fiverr to put a bunch of placements of the business. And all of a sudden, we were ranking first on Google Maps in the location that we're detailing in. So everything seemed perfect, looked amazing. We even hit like a 10K month, I remember. I was like, holy fuck, we actually did it. But it looked really good from the outside. I'm like, okay, we're making a lot of money. Because I did this with a homie. Like, okay, we're making a lot of money. But then you look at it from the inside. We're spending all that money on ads because I didn't know how to run the campaign properly. Supplies, just the location we detailed at, it was really far from where we lived. So we had to drive there. So spending money on gas. We ended up losing money rather than making money. So winter came, ads slowed down. I paused the whole campaign, stopped doing it. And then I got into, like, I found TikTok. I found TikTok Shop over the winter, and this is kind of where I guess you could say everything changed. Because when I found TikTok, I tried it my first day. I saw some video of Alex Sedlak. I don't know if you know who that is. He's much bigger than me, obviously. He has millions of followers. You can go search him up. But I saw a video of him talking about how this crazy new business model is a crazy opportunity. He was selling a course for $30. It wasn't really even a course. It was just like a Discord community, right? So I said, fuck it. I had $30 in my Apple Cash. I bought it. I joined. But little did I know that was going to be probably the best decision I've ever made, because I set up my account. My first day, I posted a video. I didn't even have a product. It was a little tooth flosser that I promoted. I still have it in my bathroom, the same tooth flosser, because I ordered it later. But I pointed at the screen and I got a sale. And my first day, I made $1. To most people, it's like, who gives a shit? It's $1. I made money online. That was insane to me. It was $1 that I just posted a video. I made it, and I can now withdraw to my bank account. I was like, what the fuck? Like, if I can make $1, why can't I make more? I see all these people doing these crazy numbers. So I stayed consistent. My first month, I think I made like $200, which again, to most people was nothing. To me, it was fucking insane. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna work. This is working. this is finally something that's gonna get me to where I wanna go. I'm like, this is gonna retire my mom. As cringe as that fucking sounds, that was my mindset back then. That's exactly how I was thinking. So I did something really impulsive because I tend to be a very impulsive person that sometimes makes really stupid and rash decisions. So I took my mom's credit card and I bought a mentor for $2,000 because I didn't have the money to invest. But I was that fucking sure of myself that I'm gonna make it work. Yes, an 18-year-old took my mom's credit card to buy some shit. No, it wasn't V-Bucks, but at the end of the day, it's just as embarrassing. And if I didn't make it work, and if my mom found out, I was fucked. But that second month, that mentor basically held my hand and told me exactly what to do. And I hit a little under $10,000 that month. I had a video blow up, and then I made 3 more variations. And they all started doing well, and all those videos were generating me money. I think I still have screenshots of me hitting like $700 days. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I've never actually made that much money in a month. I am making this in a day. Like, holy shit. My mind was blown to the opportunity. I started thinking I'm a baller. I paid off the credit card. My mom asked me what the fuck that $2,000 charge was. I just said it's something I needed to buy, that I was just transferring my money through her card. I created some bullshit. She doesn't understand a lot of the stuff. She barely speaks the language, so it's like it's easy to bullshit my foreign mom. Not that I'm proud of it. But anyways, that got past her. Thankfully, I was okay. I made the money. I decided to go fucking blow it. Took my girlfriend on a trip to San Diego. I bought a new phone. I called it an investment for a better camera. Honestly, it was an investment, but I bought a better phone. I was buying my mom stuff. Like, I was spending money left and right. I was left with no money after making that 10K, like, just like that. Spent all of it. And I realized 10K isn't shit. It's not a lot of money. So I kept doing TikTok. I kept hitting 10K months. I was doing really fucking well. But also at this time, all I cared about was the gym. I was really passionate about the gym. So on the side, I started fitness coaching. Don't ask me why. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But I wanted to succeed with another business model. For some reason, my dumbass decided to branch out of TikTok and do fitness coaching. So I tried it for months while still doing TikTok on the side and making money. That was my main income source, TikTok, this whole time. And I was averaging like 5 to 10K months consistently. And I even moved out because I wanted to put my back against the wall. So I was doing everything against myself. I was a fucking retard because I got an apartment with my girlfriend that was $3,600 a month. I was making 5 to 10 max. That wasn't, and 10 wasn't a good month because again, I didn't have any real systems. I was not consistent. I was missing days, and that bit me in the ass quickly because right after getting that apartment, like 2 months in, I couldn't pay rent. My girlfriend was also getting financial aid money because she was also low income, and she had to use that money to pay for rent for one of the months. I genuinely didn't feel like a man that month. I felt like a fucking bitch. Honestly, my girl, like, obviously she wouldn't because I know her. Like, that's the kind of woman I picked. But if my girlfriend decided to leave me that month, I would not fucking blame her. That's how down bad and low I was because I genuinely didn't know what to do. All my TikTok accounts got banned all overnight, like all 3 of them. I was posting on 3 accounts, they all got banned. I didn't know what the fuck to do. Couldn't pay rent. My fitness coaching, I think over the span of like the 8 months that I did it, I made like $2,000. So absolutely nothing. I think I lost more money investing in mentors and shit. Now I was in this position where I'm making no money. I have no TikTok accounts. They all got banned. Fitness coaching is not fucking working. And I have a $3,600 a month apartment to pay for. My girlfriend just paid for, but I'm already behind. She paid the last month's rent. I now have to pay this month's and next month's. I didn't know what the fuck to do. So all I could do is just go back to the source. I logged in. I got more accounts with the money I didn't have. Put it on a credit card again. I bought accounts. I started posting, and I just applied my knowledge. I genuinely believed I could do it because I put my back against the wall. And that was finally the month. That was a record month. I had $30,000. I think this was around November time. I had $30,000 on TikTok. This was in quarter 4. And I was fucking ecstatic. I'm like, holy fuck. I put in the work and it paid off. I fucking did it. I know I've been rambling on about, like, a lot, but this was really the period in my life where I didn't know how the rest of my life is gonna go. I thought I was fucked. I thought I had to move back home and just go back to school. I was technically going to school, but I thought I'm actually gonna have to take it serious because I didn't know what to do, even after making money. So whenever you make money, don't get comfortable. But I made $30,000, and I don't think I've had like maybe 1 or 2 months where I made less, but I've been consistently hitting over those months. And then towards springtime, I started coaching people. I got my girlfriend to 12K in her first month of even trying TikTok. She knew nothing. I had to fully coach her. Got a bunch of friends into it who are now making good money. Like I've had a couple of them hit 10K months. And then I started actually coaching clients. I started my mentorship, call it a fucking course if you want. You guys know me. I already said it in multiple of my videos and on the calls with you guys. I fucking hate courses. If you want to go learn some info, go find out my YouTube, go for Ask ChatGPT. We live in a day and age where you can find that. But if you genuinely want somebody to hold your hand like a toddler through every single step, like my mentor did for me in the day, because I know that's what helped me, that's what I'm giving to others. If you want somebody to do that for you, then let me know. DM me on Instagram. We can talk. I'll see if you're somebody I'm even willing to help if our values even align, if I like you as a person. Because obviously, if we're going to be working together, we better fucking like each other. But that's beside the point. But like, that's when I started coaching and I started this business. And now this business is doing fucking amazing. Like, I'm not going to lie. My goal is to scale this business right here to past 6 figures a month. And we're probably gonna do it this month. Actually, I'm about to buy my dream car, which is a Porsche GT3. By the time this video out, I'm probably gonna be a couple weeks away from actually buying it, so you're gonna see a vlog soon. But yeah, that's my story in a nutshell. It might sound really vague to you guys because I'm trying to recall as many things as I can. I possibly even missed a lot of details, but I just want to use the story to show you guys that I was in the trenches. I know exactly what it feels like to have no fucking money, to think it's all over, to feel stuck at a job and not knowing where the fuck to go from there. Because even before the Hollister job, I worked multiple jobs before. I was a server at a restaurant, etc. So it's like, if you're stuck, just know you're looking at a very, very short-term time period and you don't know where to go. You need to detach, go into third person mode and realize you're looking at like the next month and you don't know what the fuck to do. You have your whole life ahead of you. Create an actual plan that you're gonna execute on for the next 6 months to a year. Don't give yourself 2 fucking months. It's not gonna happen for you in 2 months. It took me this long, right? It might take you less because you're probably smarter than me. Like I told you, I'm not the dumbest in school, but overall I'm a retard. I'm dumb. Mostly I am dumb. People usually pick things up faster than me. I've noticed that. I don't pick up things fast. But I still figured it the fuck out. So if you're maybe an ounce smarter than me, this will probably take you half the time it took me. Just please, I gave myself until 25 to figure this shit out, and then I could worry about going to school, etc., right? And actually taking it serious. I gave myself until 25 to figure it out. So even if I kept losing everything and going to zero, I would have kept trying until I'm 25. I'm 20. I've achieved every goal I've ever had in my life. At this point, the game is just a bonus. Everything is just an add-on. It's like, obviously I have my own goals now. I want to like live a crazy fucking life. I have different goals, but we're humans. We're always going to want more. But the goals I originally had, I achieved them by 20, even though I gave myself until 25. So give yourself a really long time period, but execute it like you have to fucking achieve it in a month. And I promise you, if you can do those 2 things right there, you're going to succeed no matter what. There's no other way. I love you guys. Mwah.